Hey there, it's Elijah with GlassCentral.com. Thank you for tuning into this video about my deck collection. I tried to keep it on the shorter side, but it's about 20 minutes. Sorry if you think it's kind of long, but I hope you enjoy it. I counted about 40 decks. Let's get started. First up, we have standard bikes. I got red is my favorite color back. As you can see, I have two. This one's sealed. I have a blue sealed, and this one is open. The box is missing. I left it at a bus stop one day and I was like, oh well, because this is now my new travel deck. So yeah, you pretty much know everything about bicycles. They're the typical deck. Nearly everyone has a pair. Next up we have different color bikes. So I have teal back. They put a nice big barcode right here taking up most of the box, the back of the box. But it's just pretty much exact same thing as red and blue, except it's a nice lighter shade of blue. It looks pretty. Yes, it looks rather nice, pleasing to the eye. The court cards have silver metallic ink, as well as the Joker has a tiny bit of metallic ink, and the blue is metallic as well. So it's pretty neat. Standard ace of spades. After teal is breast cancer. This is pretty much just a pink back. Nothing's really special about these except all the red turned to pink, which is kind of cool. And ace of spades is standard as well. Jokers are a duplicate pink. And then the core cards have pink finishes and backgrounds. And then after that we just have black backs. These are both sealed. Pick these up at Walmart. They're like $4 or $5. Not really one of my best purchases, but they're pretty much exactly the same as regular bicycles. The court cards are standard and everything is pretty much normal. Next up, continuing the bicycle series, we have Bicycle Pinnacle. And this is really interesting deck because it goes with the game Pinnacle, but this can actually be used as a Magician backup deck. You get like two duplicates of everything. So you see you got a 9 of spades right here. We go down, we have a 9 of spades right here, and then that's all the 9 of spades there is. So there's two of every card from 9 to ace. So 9, 10, jack, queen, king, and ace of spades. And then the really neat thing about this deck is that you get two blank gaffs, and this is really awesome for magicians because you can like transform a 9 of spades into a blank card or a blank card into a 9 of spades. Now we have emotions. Some of you may have seen this deck. I think you can get this at Walgreens. The backs are pretty cool. It's from Collectible Playing Cards. You also get a gaff in this deck. I almost forgot. Regular back, and it's just a blank face. The pips are rather nice. I kind of like that. Each ace is pretty neat. If we go to ace of diamonds right here, you can see it's like large, and same for the clubs and the hearts. Of course, there's your two jokers. So we have this joker right here, and this joker with 3 hearts revealed. That was a really nice touch. After emotions, we have Bicycle Fire. I believe this is a limited edition. I'm not 100% sure though, but it's the first in a series of 4 different element decks. So as you can see, it's like fire back, and a thumb fan looks rather neat. You can see, like it makes a pattern, and these backs are actually one way because you can see this fan is different from the first fan I did, which looks something like that. So if you were to look closely at 2 cards, you would see that over here you can see a little more orange, and you can see that the orange is up here and there's no orange down here, so that shows you that they are in fact one way. Custom ace of spades, and then the rest of the deck is on the normal side, except that the core cards have the orange background and the finish. And then yeah, you get little product information cards. Just make a double backer out of these. Bicycle Everyday Zombies. Yes, this is one of my first decks, and it's borderless. And I went before the video, I turned these all face up. They are not in new card order. But yeah, it's really interesting. Like the back, it's really odd. So yeah, they are borderless. Thumb fans look kind of odd because you can see like this guy's eye. It's really weird. These are hand drawn. Each is a different image, hand drawn by Rob Saccheto. Bicycle Autumn. I think there's 2 different editions of this. I'm not 100% sure. This may be the copper one, if there are two different ones. My dad picked this up when he was in Florida for me. They feel pretty nice. They do look like they just look kind of smooth. I mean, the pips are a bit smaller. Core cards, they're custom, but they're like interesting. It's just a pretty cool deck. I like it. The only thing I don't really like is the Ace of Spades. I mean, they just do the logo on there. That's on the same as the back. Bicycle Aurora. This is a pretty cool deck. This was on Kickstarter. For those of you who do not know what that is like a website, Kickstarter.com. You can create a project and have it funded. A lot of cardists or playing card companies will go there to start up a playing card project. This was not a limited print though. After the Kickstarter was funded, they put it, they mass produced it. This one is in Walgreens, and it's pretty odd. I thought it would be metallic ink, but it's not. That was kind of disappointing. Just going briefly through each card. It does come with a double backer though. That's nice, and as you can see, this is a collectibleplayingcard.com deck. I think they just released a special 100th anniversary or something. That's also on Kickstarter. Go to check it out. Okay, next deck is Bicycle Craft Beer. I found this really good deal at Walgreens with tax and everything. It was like less than $2. It was like $1.79 or something for this deck. I said, okay, I'll pick it up, add it to my collection. I haven't opened it yet. It's still sealed. I think maybe I'll resell it at one point. Okay, now we have some of the better decks. Look at this. Bicycle Green Dragonback. One of my favorites right here as far as handling goes. This deck feels really nice. Performs really well. And overall, I just really enjoy it. Backs look nice. It just looks nice in cardistry. And it feels pretty good. And you can take a look real quick. So pretty much all the red have been replaced with green. So you can see black is normal, but the diamonds would be red, of course, and they're green now. Core cards have been changed with a green finish. So standard Ace of Spades. You got a black and white Joker and a green Joker. After the green Dragonback is the yellow Dragonback. This is pretty much the exact same as the green one, except it's yellow. This one I haven't used as much, so it's still in new card order. But yeah, you can see yellow core cards, and the yellow. It may be a bit bright for the camera. It looks pretty bright in real person. Next up is blue Dragonback. I haven't opened this. It's still sealed. For those of you who are unaware, there is a total of 5 Dragonbacks, Bicycle Dragonbacks. Gold, red, blue, green, and yellow. I only have 3 right now. Green and yellow are the hardest to find. You can get blue, red, and gold at your standard market, but blue does look pretty cool. It's pretty much the same thing as green and yellow, except with blue colors on the pips. Now, Bicycle Archangels. This is a Theory 11 deck, but it's also Bicycle, so I just include it in my Bicycle collection. I have a sealed one right here and an open one. So back design is pretty cool. As far as back designs go, I really like it. Cards are nice and smooth, and Jokers. You make a Joker shrink, make it grow. Custom Ace of Spades. Take a look. And then standard face cards. That's pretty much all for this deck. No double backer, but you get 2 product information cards, and of course a Theory 11 information card. Here we have Bicycle Cyclist, red edition. There's the 2 most common colors of this are red and blue. You can see standard everything. This does do pressure fan and under pressure pretty well. So I encourage you to pick one up. This was like $5 at Fred Meyer in Oregon. Up next is Bicycle Warrior Horse. This is one of my favorite bicycle decks. I picked this up Barnes & Noble. It was like a bit on the more cheaper side. It was less than $10. You can see right here how the tech case looks. Gold seal. Look at that. We got a little design on the inside flap. And then it's just Warrior Horse as the year of the warrior horse, or the horse years. And so 2002 is when I was born. I thought that was pretty cool because I didn't even know I was born in the warrior horse year. It's a one-way back. Most people don't like that, but I think it looks pretty dang cool, especially in thumb fan. I mean, look at that, like the border. It's not just your standard white border, it's like a really fancy gold border. Slightly metallic ink on the back, in case you were wondering. Different jokers, standard pips. When we get to the court cards, look at this. Metallic ink, gold metallic. Pretty dang cool, in my opinion. No reveals or anything. Yeah, one of my favorite decks. Metallic ink, I really enjoy it. After Warrior Horse is Bicycle Gold Steampunk. Theory 11 deck as well, but this is also Bicycle, so I included it in the Bicycle collection. There are, as far as I'm aware, 3 different versions of Steampunk: Gold, Silver, and Bronze, or Copper, whatever you want to call it. All the backs look the same, except the colors vary on the edition. So, example, if I had the Silver deck, this would be Silver instead of Gold. Duplicate Jokers, custom Ace of Spades, and then slightly different court cards. Very slight metallic hint, but other than that, this is a normal deck with a double backer, of course. Not all of them have a double backer, as far as I'm aware. I believe the Gold is the only one that does. I'm not 100% sure on that. This is just my 2 cents. And finally, in my Bicycle collection, we have Bicycle Spectrum. This is one of my top 5 favorite decks. The price is a little bit high, it's roughly $15 online, but you can see in the tuck flap, little rainbow. Cosmo Solano is the designer. United States Playing Card Company. No barcode. Magic finish, made in USA. No barcode means that it's a good deck because you didn't get it in a store. And what's different about this deck? Oh, why? It's different colors, of course. That's right. This deck has 52 different backs. Each back is a different color than the one before it and the one after it. And then you get a little information card right here. The order of the deck to make it have the back and the rainbow order, my bad. And then you get a rainbow card. Look at this, one way, but nevertheless it's super cool, with a blue card right here, so you can do a really cool back color change with this. I really like this. And continuing off that, this seems to be a magician deck because you have the hand-drawn jokers, by the way, and guarantee right here says, if the magic you've seen is all you'd hoped it would be, perhaps you just need to believe. We guarantee that the card you picked was the 4 of diamonds. So this is a reveal right here. Really nice reveal. I haven't seen a guaranteed Joker reveal other than this one. It's a really original idea. Custom Ace of Spades, of course. All good decks have to have a custom Ace of Spades. Alright, anyway, that concludes the Bicycle section of the video. Let's move on to other decks. So apparently I have 2 more Bicycle decks. Totally forgot I purchased this collector's 10. 2 unique decks in a Bicycle 10. The 2 decks you get are these. I think they're Autocycle. Yes, Autocycle. Oops. These are still sealed. This is what the back looks like. My friend purchased this as well, and I'm pretty sure there's no double backer. I don't recall there being a double backer. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, my favorite color is purple. That's why I got this, and the green doesn't look half bad itself. So this was, I think, a $10 purchase for 2 decks and a collector's 10 up at Barnes & Noble. This is one of my best buys, I have to say, because I haven't seen anyone else with this except my friend. So now we're done with the Bicycle collection. Let's move on to some Hoyle decks. What do we got here? Okay, Red Hoyle. Standard Red Hoyle. I'm not going to take these out because Hoyle is like the second most common house to hold deck that I've seen. So you guys probably all know what that looks like. Waterproof Hoyle in a waterproof case. Yeah, so these are pretty much clear cards. They're waterproof and they're Hoyle. You get 2 jokers and the other 52 cards. The tech case isn't waterproof. As you can see, there's holes, but it's plastic, so I mean, it's pretty durable. My B casino decks. These have been used in actual casinos. I have Blue B using Colorado Bell. The interesting thing about this is that the royalty is like, it's actual people. I thought this was pretty cool. That's why I got this. And then there's something weird going on up here. Custom ace of spades for the casino. And yeah, I think the royalty just looks pretty cool, because how often do you get to see actual people like on the royalty? And brown bead, these are clipped, and the clipping is a little more obvious than the one before it. One tarnation. Oh, that's supposed to be from the seal. These are out of order because I've goofed around with them. Borderless are nice decks to mess around with. I think we just passed the ace of spades. There we go. So it's the B ace of spades. Moving on. Next up we have my aviators, red aviators. I got these up at Fred Meyer up in Oregon for $2 or $3. This was a really good buy, and I mean, look at these backs. You could easily mark these. In fact, I actually have. We could have the spectator select any card. Say this one right here. I would just take a quick look at the back, and I can know right away that this is the king of spades, because I've marked these backs. And I'm not going to tell you the secret. Maybe I will in a tutorial later, but not right now. Next deck, pretty junky deck, but classic playing cards, Cardamundi, Jumbo Face. You can get this at your dollar store, 99 cents. Made in China. Tuck case is kind of junky, and these cards, they're like plastic, not the best as far as cards go, but and they smell really weird. Okay, moving on. Harry Potter playing cards. I think you can get these up at Barnes & Noble. Probably like $5 or $6. My parents gave this to me as a gift when I was up at summer camp. One-way backs, they're not the best feel, but they are kind of, I guess, borderless is really what you could say. They are not the best handling as well. But if you're into Harry Potter, there's a lot of nice Harry Potter references in here, and I guess if you're playing a card game or something, these would be nice, but as far as cardistry goes, these aren't the best. Moving on. My Takas Tricon deck. This is an interesting deck. It's one way. These cards feel fine. They're not junk quality. They don't have like any core cards or anything. And every card has the same pattern. The suit in the middle, and then the card value up here with the suit below it. And then they have little drills. So I think this is 1 round drill. Move the rifle and perform a single dry fire trigger press, perform 10 times repetitions. Range 7 yards, rounds fired none, point penalty none. So you're supposed to do this as a drill with your rifle, because this is the rifle deck, apparently. And I'm not really sure about what each one means. I think there's a legend card somewhere. I probably took it out. Moving on. Looks like we're in the Theory 11 stage of the video, so let's take a look at the Theory 11 decks that I own that are not Bicycle. So first up, deck 1, Industrial Edition. It's pretty much standard pips as far as they go, but when you get to the core cards, it's pretty much standard as well, except they have like a silver finish, because this is the deck 1 Industrial Edition. Theory 11 Union, one of my favorite Theory 11 decks. Got a little inner tech case design, and then here the core card, or sorry, the backs. Duplicate jokers, slight metallic ink on the little like gold lines coming out, and then custom pips. I mean, look at that, that's an interesting font. I kind of like it. And then fully custom core cards with a hint of metallic on the silver right here. A double backer, of course. I don't know, here's the ace of spades. I must have taken it off. Custom ace of spades as well, metallic on the gold little leaves right here. And finally, my last Theory 11 deck, Theory 11 Medallions. Comes with a double backer, information card, the joker, duplicate jokers, metallic ink, custom ace of spades, metallic ink, royalty, metallic gold right there. Not the strongest metallic, but it's still metallic. And then standard pips for the rest of the cards. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but this is one of my favorite Theory 11 decks. It just looks really nice, especially the backs. It feels pretty good too. Finally, we have the Illusionist Collection. LTD, purple, limited deck. Comes with a double backer. The black turns silver, and the red turns a darker shade of red. And then we have these core cards. Custom designed, custom ace of spades, limited, with the period, of course. Punctuation is key to success. Now we have Illusionist Killer Bees. This tuck case feels really nice, and its aesthetics are pretty decent. As you can see, there's hexagonal designs all throughout, and we have killer bees right here, some text right here. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but we'll pretend that I do. And of course, the Illusionist logo right there. A bit of tuck flap design. And here's the backs of the cards. We have the honeycomb hexagonal design with bees on the left and bottom right corner, top left and bottom right. And this deck feels pretty good. It is decent for cardistry. You may have seen, I think Illusionist has a video on their channel of Chris Ramsey doing a flourish tutorial or something using the Killer Bees deck. Anyway, let's take a look at the pips. So yeah, these are a bit out of order. My friend came over and was cutting the deck, but you can see how it's like it sticks to the theme of hexagonal designs and neat geometry figures and shapes. So you can see how the court cards look pretty cool. I think you already saw an ace, but again, it's just standard aces. Even the ace of spades, that's the clubs, my bad. Even the ace of spades has the geometrical design. And of course, it looks a bit different. And then the jokers, these are upside down, my bad. One is the killer bee, so you can see how the life cycle goes. Results in the beekeeper dying after he gets stung, as opposed to the honeybee, which results in honey for all the people. Now we have the last deck in my collection, which is Artifice, the Black Club. This is a $100 deck exclusive to Illusionist Black Club members. This is a professional quality deck. Feels really nice. Tuck case design is awesome. Let's take a look at the jokers. Are we going to focus here? Okay. Perfect. We can see both jokers appear to be the same at first glance, but you'll notice that this joker is holding a card, and that is the Ace of Hearts. Yes, there is a joker reveal here. Duplicate jokers, except for what he's holding. Really sneaky. Standard Ace of Spades. Look at this. It's the same exact thing as everything else. I mean, if we go to the Ace of Diamonds, there's nothing special, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Black Club. Why have a custom Ace of Spades when you can have a custom Ace of Clubs? The design is similar to the rest of the Artifice collection. There's green, purple, tundra, blue, I think. There's a whole variety of colors. Sorry about that, my camera battery ran out. But let's finish taking a look at the court cards. If you own a different Artifice deck, then you'll know that these do look similar to yours. And of course, this deck has a double backer and an Illusionist product information card. That pretty much concludes my deck collection. I hope you enjoy and have a great day.